Hello and welcome. My name is Markus Mueller. I'm the founder of Pristine Systems. So how do you structure your business plan? This nice little document of anywhere between 10 and 50 pages that is so valuable to really get the money from any of the investors. And as we just learned in the other video, it is also very important for internal purposes. So how do you structure it? I came up with this overview, and you can get this on my website. A little bit hard to read in this video, I guess, but let me walk through it. So the structure of pretty much every business plan I've ever seen has 4 to 5 different categories. It always starts with an executive summary. So this is not what you should start writing on, because at that point you really don't know what you want to say yet, what the really good outcomes are and how to word it. So definitely recommend to start with the business section, then the market. This takes a lot of research here. Then the financials, which is also more an internal view. You have to go back and talk to your CPA and accountant or controller. And then any of the exhibits that you might have to put in there. So let's go through the structure a little bit. The business explains basically exactly what it says, your business in terms of the business model, the business strategy, the products and services, and most importantly, the risk. So don't make the mistake that you lowball the risk in your business plan. No investor will believe you. Okay. Keep in mind that I think it was 95% of all entities will be closed within 5 years, and this is due to some risk that people didn't really account for. So then very important things are the competitive differentiators. So why is your product or service superior compared to other companies? You really should elaborate on this one. This is very important for an investor. Then you have to put together some milestones and talk a little bit about the employees. You can have 5 to 10 more bullet points and different things in this area of the business, but I think this is the key. These are the key elements that you definitely should have in your plan. Then the most time-consuming things, in this business plan is basically around the market and the financials, because here you have a really good understanding, where you're heading, what you're doing. But to analyze the market correctly, that can take quite some time. I mean, think of maybe 50 to 100 hours basically in this block here. Okay. So the market, you have to analyze the target market for your product or service. And that can be, based on localization, so a specific city, or one state, or 2 or 3 states, or any form and combination of a target market from a geographical standpoint. But it also means, what is the age structure of your customer, and many other things that you can talk about here. Then the competitive landscape, how many different companies are already operating in your target market and how strong are they. You really have to show that. Then a market analysis, which puts a little bit more the dollar signs and the behavior of the market together, in context of all of this. Then the industry and market trends. So where is the puck going, right? You need to understand if you're moving in the right direction just based on the trends that you observe in the market. And this is one of the most important things. I would say spend really lots of time here, because if you figure out that what you're just producing and what you're trying to do on, based on your internal roadmap does not fit at all into the trends, then you're in deep trouble, right? So this is a very valuable exercise for yourself, obviously. Then your marketing strategy belongs in there, and the growth strategy as well. So let's switch gears to the financials. This is a little bit better known because it's internal, and it's divided into the past performance and the future performance. This is what an investor would like to see. So in the past performance, it's pretty straightforward. Talk to your CPA, accountant. You need your income statement, your balance sheet, your cash flow statement, and that's pretty much it. Just hard facts, numbers, nothing else. Then the future is how do you use the funds from the investor that you're trying to get? This is a very important question, and that will be asked every single time when you go to a funding round. The last thing that you would want to do is to spend it a little bit in free will, if you will. I mean, you really have to have a plan. What exactly are you gonna do with the money from the investors? Then a financial outlook, in terms of your sales and profits and everything. Your financial model, so how do you generate the profit? The targeted sales growth, your budget and cash flow projection, and the break-even analysis. I mean, parts of this could be also called a pro forma. Maybe you heard this term before. And then this, the first 4 points are basically the explanation of it. And then in the point number 5, exhibit, you just add some of the documentations. If you have bigger tables, for example, you put it there. And in exhibits also, you should add the resume and the legal documentation as needed. And, after you're through all of this, then I recommend you should finalize the document with the executive summary, because now you exactly know what you want to tell them, right? And this is, keep in mind, the executive summary might be the only thing that an investor is reading. And, based on the content of the executive summary, he might invite you or not invite you to the meeting. So I hope that helps a little bit. See you the next time. If you found this information helpful and you would like to get more of my small business systems tips absolutely free, then please visit www.freesmallbusinessvideos.com.